A lot of site owners are waking up to this. AI tools like ChatGPT are starting to work like search engines. They can recommend websites, link to sources, and maybe, just maybe, actually bring traffic. But if this is happening, how do you track it? And is this traffic even real? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to track this traffic with Google Analytics 4, as well as how to track it in your advanced SEO report, which, by the way, I'm going to give you the template to. So let's get to it. This is where it all starts in the Google Analytics report. So it'll look like this, and you'll probably be in home. So what you have to do is go to reports, and we're going to create a custom report. Once it loads, you want to go to library. Things might look a little bit different here. Don't worry. If you go to library, we all have that there. And then once you're here, you have to scroll down, and then you want to create a detailed report. And you have a few options here. A blank is the good one for us. And this is where things look a little bit scary. In the past, in Google Analytics Universal, you would basically get the reports already done, but you couldn't create any new ones. But in the new GA4, you can create whatever you want, but it does make it a bit more confusing. But if you understand what to do, it's easy. So the report will appear here, and you control what appears there in this column right here. So in dimensions, you actually want to use one called session source. There it is. That's where people are going to come from. Then we go back and we want to see from the people who come from a session source, what do we want to know about them? So we want to know how many users actually came, total users, and why not the key events. This is especially important if you set up key events in your website. Key events are basically conversions. You select it there, go back, and now we're gonna play with the filter. This filter is the one that out of everyone that comes from a lot of different sources, we only wanna know the ones that come from a source that matches our filter. So again, we say the session source right there needs to match, and it partially matches, there it is, and then this list right here, which I'm gonna paste in the description of the video. Basically, these are the main AI platforms, so we get all of them in there. And I should probably guess if there's any new one ever coming, just put it there, put whatever you want, and then make sure you put another column like that, column or colon or whatever it's called. And then there it is, as simple as that, apply, and magically you're gonna see all of these appear right here. Sorry, one thing I forgot here, in case it might have happened to you too as well, is that the moment you add anything here, don't go back, just press apply actually, okay? Apply it, same with the dimension, you see. And there it is, apply, and you're gonna see now everything. So here are the session sources, so the AI platforms that match specifically the name. You see that I didn't add .ai, .com or whatever, I just put the AI tool name, and if it partially matches that, then it's gonna appear. And we have the total amount of users and the conversions that those users that came from this tool actually did. Then just click save and put a report name. Why not AI traffic? No need for a description. Save it. So now we just want to add that report to our cool column here. Why not? Let's create a new collection. A collection is basically one of these things that looks like this, and you can add many reports inside. Then just click blank to create that new collection. And what report are we going to add in there? The AI traffic one we just created. There it is. Before you drag and drop it here, you create a new topic. It's like a subtitle of a subtitle. Now as you drag and drop it until it appears there, save. So now you can get to that report easily. So then once you press saved, it should appear right here under not publish. Just press publish and it should magically appear in your left column. There it is. You click it and there's our report that we want. And remember, what's important here is that you can change the date to whatever you want. So let's say this past year, and we can see that with my client, the AI traffic has been growing steadily. If we go monthly, you're able to see it quicker. There it is, the total. And some of the best tools, it's actually funny enough, Perplexity and ChatGPT are the ones that are growing big time. So now we're gonna add it to our super advanced SEO report, which, by the way, the template is in the description of the video, and I have this full tutorial on how to set it up right here. So after this video, check that one out so you set it up correctly. So it will take probably a minute. All you have to do is go and create another graph like the ones we have been creating. These are graphs, so all you can do is like copy this one and then paste it, and you see it lets you move. So it's that one right there. And then just click in the graph to actually edit the settings. So the settings you want it to be is you want it to pick the information from this data source, which is your Google Analytics 4. The dimensions should be year and month. This way, when you have the data there, you can change to see the data every month or every day, just like we could in Google Analytics. And it's basically the same logic. Breakdown dimension should be session source. The metric is the sessions. And here it can be sessions, It can be total users like we did in the other chapter, whichever one you prefer. Total users counts individual users. So if someone goes in your website several times a day, it will count as one. Whereas sessions, it will count it as a specific session, like the name says. So whichever one you prefer. And then in the filter, we just have to go and create that filter that we created also in Google Analytics. So you give it a name, you make sure the source is a filter for Google Analytics, and you put include session source that contains, and that long list of names that is in the description of the video. You save it, and there it is, your graph for AI traffic. And hopefully, let me zoom in a bit, it looks successful here too, is that you cross-check it with the information in your Google Analytics, and it should be the same, obviously. Now, the big question is, how do you actually rank in these AI tools? Just watch this video right here that I recorded, and I'll show you step by step on how to do it. Now, it's your turn. Let's go.